Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Now we're talking. I heard someone talk about this like, months ago, and I thought a trailer was already out, but I hadn't seen it, and I guess now it is. Jeepers Creepers 3.
Holy
I
shit.
love Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers 2 was pretty good in a different direction. I'm dying to know what this one's going to be. I have a school of thought that...
shit.
So the first one took place. It was a brother and sister, and it was like their movie. And the second one was like kind of unrelated to that. Had the same demony
A
dude.
Jeepers Creepers anthology film, if you will.
But I would like 3 to pick up where 1 left off.
That would be interesting. It's been a number of years, I think.
It has, but not
I
too
wonder
long.
what they
Like
would
Justin
do.
Long still looks exactly the same. He's dead, mind you, in
I
this
was gonna
world.
say.
But just to put into,
Exactly the
I can't
same.
remember what his sister's name was. But
I know.
he looks relatively the same. She might look relatively the same. Movie magic and makeup. I don't know if this is a budgeted movie. Like, is this going to be in theaters or not?
Yeah. Well, I liked the first one more than the second one, so I would love for this to continue more in the vein of the first one.
Such a weird, cool character.
I think the precedent set by the second one is going to just make this, because doesn't this thing hibernate for a while and then it wakes up?
Yeah.
So, like, I think it's just going to be either going backwards or forwards, one hibernation period, and then having it wake up again and wreak havoc in some other place in some other way. Or, like, the world changes around it as it sleeps type of thing. There's a lot you could do with this interesting character. Jeepers Creepers is one of those things from working at, like, the video store that you and me were like, wait, you like that too? Everyone says that sucks. They're all idiots or whatever. Like that sort of. This is like one of like those top 10 things where we were like, no, Jeepers Creepers is fucking awesome.
It's such a really cool character where, like, it's like, it's a weird thing that's like sniffing and searching for what it's
Yeah.
looking for. Cats are like, evil or whatever. But then, like, it's like back at its house and it's like sewing like a grandma and shit. And you're like, what is this thing?
It has weird rules, and they don't tell you, is it an alien? Is it a demon? Is it just a thing that's always existed? Like, you don't really know.
Yeah.
There's no dumb exposition thing. And, like, it starts out as, like, a weird truck driving movie where it's, like, a road horror thing, right?
Yeah.
And then it turns into this other thing. And I remember distinctly watching it for, like, the first time, and when he's, like, limping into the police station or whatever, wearing, like, the trench coat, I was like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. What the fuck is this movie doing? It's going this whole weird thing. Oh.
And then when the jacket comes off, you're like, holy shit, it can fly!
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
greatest
let's
thing
just
ever.
check this fucking shit out.
Hopefully this will be a fucking horrible movie where they're like, let's cash in on this barely known property.
Disagree. Well, I'm disappointed.
Me too.
I really wanted that to be everything I've ever wanted.
Oh, we spoke in such glowing terms of this series. I think this movie may make the other two worse when it comes out.
The only thing that could be good is they allude to the idea of learning about what it is, but do I want to know what it is from a movie that's bad? Because they might give me a bad idea of what it is. I wanted, like, movie 1 to tell me what it was, because they knew that was, like, the shit. If they're like, it's a boy whose parents didn't love him, and that hate grew and manifested into... I'll be like, I'll kill you!
The hate sat in this well, and then it recorded a tape, and then you can't go to sleep, and the dark is fucking horrible. No,
Yeah.
So here's what I wanted. I wanted it to wake up and come back and do its normal thing, but it's like moderner times now, right? We have cell phones, we have shit like that, and it throws it for like a curveball. 23 years, if it like woke up today, that's like the late 90s, right? That's a big shift. The internet,
Yeah.
everything's different. So now it has to adapt, and like the fact that it has to like someone catches like the van full, it's a slaughterhouse on wheels, and like he can't operate the way he's been operating for hundreds of years. So now he's
Yeah.
like, all right, fuck. So then you would have learned like a little more about him because he would have had to have upped the ante. Well, guess what? I can do this now. Guess what, Godzilla? Mothra has like spore attacks or whatever. It would have been this like extra thing that you learn about him, about his lair, about something. Maybe he has to go get something to then do something, and that sets up this weird... something has to happen to do that or whatever. Not this.
No.
The hand is lifting her up and like is not attached to anything.
Yeah,
And
no,
does
it's really weird.
Does he start with the hand and then grow back into himself? There were several scenes where you see Jeeper Creeper Man, and I'm like, wait, you're just seeing him? What the fuck? No, stop showing him. What are you doing? And I think he's gonna be shown too much. There's too much wing stuff. There's too much shit happening. I'm very upset.
I want them to make 100 more movies, and I want every 23 years from, like, biblical times forward. Because there's a lot I'd like to know. I'd like to know, like, where did he even get the car? What happens to a car sitting for 23 years? Is he a mechanic? Does he fix it all that day? He's only awake for, like,
He's also a mechanic.
Isn't he? How long is he awake for? Just until he gets those things, or is it for literally just one day?
I forget if it's one day or if it's like a certain number of days, but it's a
Or
very
like 1 week whatever.
It's a very short period of time. I do recall that because there was some sort of like we just have to hold out until whatever. Hopefully not
Yeah.
just sun up because that would be like one. All right, whatever.
But regardless,
We don't know
he
anything
has-
about this movie. It's our favorite
He
movie
has
in
a
the world.
vehicle
Yes.
that he gets driven
Why are
like
you
for
showing
maybe a week every 23 years. So like the gas wouldn't be good. So like he has to go like into town with his little red gas can to fill his gas on his
Oh,
car.
God.
It just a lot of things.
You're
that,
ruining Jeepers Creepers for me. You're ruining all of the
Yeah, I'm
movies
here to
now.
ruin it. There, I would like there to be like, no, there's a guy who maintains his blah blah blah, who does this and that. Like, there's a lot of things that could make that work and could be awesome, and it could also be the reason, the way you understand these things. It would be somebody who knows firsthand.
You understand? Like,
It's
there's
my job to sweep out his cave and
There's
blah
a-
blah
yeah.
blah, and make sure his car's ready for a murdering.
there's a secret society that worships him and tries to placate him, and there's been some issues or
Yeah.
whatever, or in the last 23 years. Maybe that's the whole thing. Maybe he wakes up and shit's not set up the way it should be. Maybe some shit's fucked up. Maybe they sleep in shifts. Maybe there's other creatures or other types of things. I don't know. Fuck.
They like it goes back to these are gargoyles or whatever, and it's like he used to protect the castle, and now there's nothing left for him.
But now Xanatos robbed him of his home.
Yeah.
No, this looks. I'm so upset. Maybe it's not that bad. We're like letting the trailer play on mute, and I'm starting to think maybe it's. But my initial reaction was like, "Fuck," right?
It suffers from a lot of classic bad movie trailer things where I don't care about any of the characters. They haven't set up any like a good horror movie needs humor. There's no humor in the trailer. There's really nothing.
Oh, but there's an attempt at humor. The Jeepers Creepers
Oh
fucking line.
God, no, there's not. There's an attempt at the titular line that's shit. It's a shitular line.
I was just telling what was the analogy? I was just talking to someone about the backhanded compliments about like the stuff that people put into things.
Uh-huh.
It's this weird thing where it's like yes, we're pissing all over this, but we'd like you to know that we did read the source material because did you just call me Blob? And like Optimus Prime comes in with this fucking thing. We're just gonna show you some things just so that you know, hey fans of the show, we know the source material too, and here's our new thing that sucks, right? Like, why does that keep
All right,
happening?
I'm going to give you a 5-second rewrite to that last scene that's shitty, the titular line here, and I
Okay.
can make it probably better. You could put the exact same scene, same thing,
Okay,
guys are
picture
walking, and then all of a sudden the Jeepers Creepers song starts to play, the actual song, and the guy scrambles for his phone and goes, "Hey, Mom, I'm going to have to call you back." What? It's a good song. And then it could end. And that'd be 100%
Boy,
better
that's classic.
than what you have right there.
Okay, because you wanted to put Jeepers Creepers into it or whatever.
If
right?
if you have to put it in, that's how you put it in.
Right, if we start with the premise, we need to put this in somehow. Yeah, I know. I don't know. This could have been good. It could still be. Could it still be good? Could it just be the trailer?
I'll still check this out.
I wanna watch
because
it.
I'm invested. I've seen the first two and relatively enjoyed them. If you're not doing some weird thing, you're like the second movie. You have it so that the Jeepers Creepers dude is tied up and he's crucified with a giant gun aimed at his heart, with like a timer set for 23 years.
Yeah,
So
we
like,
didn't resolve
how did he
that.
get out of that?
I know.
Which I'm sure they'll say, because there looked like there's a scene that happens twice, where he must get killed in the sky and his hand gets cut off, because there's like a scene where the hand falls at night, and then the hand is in that girl's backyard during the day. So something happens, and
Forensic work
she
here.
gets the hand, yeah.
But is that's Mr. Jeepers' hand, right?
Yeah,
So how does it?
she must have it, and then on the 23 years, it wakes up and takes her,
I'm not happy.
crawls into her mouth, starts to grow out of her body.
Yeah, and then she becomes Jeepers Creepers man because she's in there later saying, "Did you bring something that can kill it?"
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck this. All right, guys. So that's a thumbs down
It's
for
a dark.
me.
It's a dark day for Jeepers Creepers fans.
Yeah. Let us
Fuck.
know what you think in the comments below on this one. I'm assuming you're giving it a thumbs down too.
Thumbs down, but I can't wait to see it, and I want to see it immediately because I need to know what they've done.
Yeah.
What have you done?
All right, guys. Don't time to fire. We'll see you next time.